Hi, Joe Kluter. Doing this video for a friend of mine, Wil Doe. And he's up in Connecticut right now, and he's never had a chance to visit my shop. So I thought I'd take a couple of minutes and do a virtual tour for Wil. So Wil, I hope you enjoy this. It's not a big shop, but it's a fun shop. Some interesting things, and I think you'll enjoy it. So we're outside right now. If you look around the front, I got some of the old oil cans. I got a Texaco, Mobil, Pennzoil. Before we go in the shop, I also have the Hulk, which is my 2005 GT Extreme. It's number 122 of 150 built. I used to own number 33 of 150 when I lived in Sturbridge, and actually Andrew used to take that to work on his birthday. You're going to hear that name Andrew pop up in a lot of this video. So as we swing around, we got the patio for the shop. Beautiful in the summertime. Nice to sit out here, a lot of bench racing. And we'll head into Kluter Motorsports. And I need to remember to shut the alarm off. Okay, we're good. So here we are, we're in the shop. And if I turn around, and I'll try to do this slowly, you'll see a little display of some die casts. But if I go up top, you're going to see a hard hat. That hard hat was given me by Bill Collier. It was actually used during the groundbreaking of that big video screen, the backstretch of Charlotte Motor Speedway. I got a bunch of metal signs, they're all gifts to me. Come around here, we got a nice picture of modified at Bowman Gray Stadium, which is one of my favorite tracks to visit. In the corner over here, got a bunch of metal signs. I went picking one day, we came back with truckloads, and of everything we brought back, we sold everything except for the signs. In the corner, you'll see my engine stands. You'll see my engine picker. Getting ready to use that. Back in January, I got another motor coming in. So that stuff will be used pretty quick. This tire is my famous tire from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. That was on the right rear of a Pro Stock that I had a blast with on the track. And that was the tire that came off the back right side. So there weren't many laps left in that, Wil. And a recent purchase, you may have seen the video, but this is actually a set of lights from Charlotte Motor Speedway. They have 2 tunnels and 4 sets of lights. They just put the new lights up, so I was lucky enough, Wil, to get that set of lights. So we're going to get them wired up and get them put up on a wall somewhere. If I slide over here, this is kind of an Andrew wall. There's Andrew and I in one of the rally cars. There's Andrew and I in another one of the rally cars. And there we are again. And I got a couple of modifieds mixed in between. Andrew and I had a blast doing those rallies. As I back out, you're going to see some display cases. So I've got all types of die casts. Those are my RC cars at the bottom. Some collectibles I've had over the years. And it's funny because when I lived in Sturbridge, I had cabinets just like this. And it was Andrew's responsibility to come down once a month and rearrange, because I have boxes of die casts. So he used to rearrange, swap out die casts. And I really miss him being here in North Carolina, because that'd be a good project for him. Got an old helmet, old set of goggles. Kind of go with my 31 car. And I know, Wil, you like old Fords. So I'm sure you've seen pictures of this. This is my 37 Ford. And I know you love that flathead V8. It's in there. I have more fun with this car. I was driving around the neighborhood the other day. I'll swing around and I'll give you an inside view of it. I just added some more bars on the inside, and I just added these 2 seats. They're the same seats I have in a rally car. There's the original dash. This is all steel. There's no fiberglass. It was a barn find in Tennessee. I always like old school. I like the old flatheads. I'm happy to have it. Then we're on to the beast. We're on to my 55. And I have to laugh because everybody kids me. It's a 57 Chevy with a 56 back end. Yeah, they raced it for years, then they wrecked the back end of the car. Sat in the field for about 10 years till they crashed their 56 Chevy in the front. So they cut off the back and welded it to the back of this car. We have a blast with this car. We're in Rockingham and Darlington. It's got a pretty good built motor in it. We head back. I'll give you a picture of the inside of this as well. Pretty cool. It's just really old school. This has been a race car since new in 1957. So it's got a lot of years, a lot of stories in this car. As I come around, you'll see my hood. So when somebody visits my shop, they take a marker, they get to leave me a message and sign it. At one point, I counted 150 signatures, and then I stopped counting. So it's funny. I said, Terry, we have a downsize. I go to a condo. The only thing I'm taking is my hood. And she said, yeah, you can put it over your bed as an headboard in the spare room, not in our master bedroom. Swing over here. Got my Challenger Sunshine. Andrew and I have a lot of stories in that. We got the 151 Chick Stockwell car. Had that was on Sturbridge. I sponsored Chuck Hosfeld in the 4. Gambrino from number 4 in the Tour. Over here you got the 71. I had that car when I was in Sturbridge. And actually the one below this, let me see if I can swing in here, Will. This is an autographed picture I got from Richard Petty, 1984. And I was actually, about a year ago, talking to him and Kyle about when I got that from them, and they actually remembered me, which was hysterical that they did that. Come over here, and let's swing over to the rally car. So I bought this car, I think it was 2015, redid it. You saw some pictures of it earlier as a rally car. Andrew and I entered a couple rallies. One was a national rally against national teams. We finished second after 3 days, about 1,200 miles, by 17 seconds. So I sold it, and I saw it back on Marketplace for sale. So I bought it back. So we gutted it out again, and we're redoing it, and I can't wait till it's done. It's going to look really good. We finish up this rally car. Andrew and I spent a lot of time sitting in that seat. Actually, ask Andrew about the winter rally we did when we went down the ice slope, and this thing had to get towed out. It's a great story. Switch back around here. What do we have? We have, I got my Derek Ramstrom picture up there. Sponsored him. What a great kid. I missed that kid. I got Ricky Fuller up there. I got that shadow box Terry bought me at the Hemmings Museum up in Vermont. Then one of my favorite cars, the Pro Stock. Come over here, and we got my bench. There's part of the roll cage for the rally car. We also run old videos all the time. Now old NASCAR videos, courtesy of Mr. Kirk Reed. He bought me a whole box set of those. So we watch those a lot. Then I got a little bench over here. Oh, I picked up See that mobile I had when I was a little kid, that little dashboard? I found that someplace on Marketplace, so I bought that. We'll come down. I have that's the first car I ever owned. I got it free. I was working the junkyard. It's a 60 Ford station wagon. So I got a little bit of memorabilia here on the bench. Well, some cards we hand out to people that stop by. There's one of Andrew and I with that last rally car. It's right next to me, right here. Come on over here a little further. And then this is the dedicated section to my daughter, Anne, in Germany. So that's a picture of her and I. Robert's there and Terry's there. And I actually rented leased a Stage 2 rally car. And I got to run the Nürburgring in Germany, which was a highlight of my life. So that's me, Opa Joe. That's my original Porsche. My father-daughter garage. The Nürburgring and Opa's service station. And again, the Nürburgring. Don't forget the flag I got from Germany. Oh, and by the way, Matt Atkins gave me this Jimmy Spencer fender, and that's actually a picture of the car right there. What else do I have here? Oh, we're going to talk about this in a minute, but that's Darlington, my modified. That's a New Hampshire Motor Speedway modified. And that's another modified. Okay, well, let's go into my office. If you go in my office, first thing you're going to see is kind of my trophy case. And you're going to see a whole bunch of trophies. And what's pretty cool about that is that Andrew and I earned a bunch of those together. Those are from racing my modified. This is Andrew and I. We won in 2018. We won the Rally Your Heart Rally. Those are pretty cool metal trophies. He has one as well. That's a picture of us during a rally. But the toughest rally we ever won, Will, is this little picture right here. It was a trap rally in Massachusetts, and we won this rally driving Andrew's Volvo. Recent trip to Massachusetts. I love Westboro Speedway, and Bobby Fagan was my favorite driver, and his daughter, Maureen, gave me a couple of trophies of his to bring home from Massachusetts. So I got a little display there. If I zoom out, zooming out, you'll see a big wall canvas print. That actually came out of a Wells Fargo bank in Concord, North Carolina. I found it up in Mount Airy. I bought it for $50. It was under a carport. Some guy had it. I love that piece. A couple of old prints, Dale Glee prints of modifieds, which I like. One there. There's one there. This moped, it's been in our family since new. I think it was 1978. Terry's cousin Debbie bought that new when she was in college. I own a Peugeot. It's a moped, but I own a Peugeot. So that's pretty cool. It's a great Andrew story about these two. So that was Terry's 69 Mustang and my 70 Cuda. We had to move those ones from Connecticut up to Massachusetts to my new house in Sturbridge. Andrew took the Mustang, I took the Cuda, I think. We get 5 miles on the road, he calls me on the cell phone, stop. Why? He said, well, the front end's like, the steering wheel's all over the place. I said, well, I guess you haven't driven a 69 or a 70 car before. This is a display case that I have. I got a bunch of old lunch boxes, a bunch of tin toy cars, a bunch of modifieds, and just a bunch of Earnhardt and a bunch of collectibles. That's actually a t-shirt from the rally Andrew and I won in 2018. These are the seats that are going into the rally car when it's finished. These are some of my favorite prints of the 55 and the 19 at Rockingham and Darlington. And this actually is in 2008, Andrew and I took my modified to Darlington, and we came home with the Darlington Cup. So I really like looking at that display. Swing over here. That t-shirt was recently given to me by Bernie and Ginny Champagne when I worked in Champagne's Auto Exchange when I was 12, 13 years old. That's an original t-shirt from there. Darrell Gwynn, you may know Darrell Gwynn from NHRA Racing. That's an autographed rod from one of his motors that Kirk Reed got for me. I got some of these prints here from Gary Hill, which I love. And if I swing around, you're going to see Brett Bordine's fire suit. I know Brett, and when I saw it for sale on the West Coast, I called and wanted to make sure he did autograph that, and he said he did. So I wanted to bring it home back to North Carolina, so I did that. So, well, it's not a fancy shop, but it's mine. We have a lot of fun, and we create a lot of memories here. So I wish you the best. I wish you could be here in person, but since you can't, I hope you enjoyed the virtual tour. Take care, Will. Bye.